Hello, my name is Joseph McClellan. I live at 1976 Brayburn. I represent myself and several other homeowners who have standing in this case. I would like to say right off the bat that the provision in which we're discussing is Section 27-941, which gives the board the discretion to look past zoning violations and pass this ordinance. Now, the current owner is not a religious organization. The current owner is an institution that's incorporated under the state of Georgia, according to the Secretary of State. And as such, I feel this is a misapplication of this statute, and for this is not protecting the protected class that was desired to do so. Now, the crux of my argument is a legal argument, and it's based upon the not following through and meeting the requirements as required in Section 27-873 of the Code. First of all, it requires the adequacy of both open space parking and street parking. Now, under the Code, specifically 27-190, that determines the amount of parking spaces for a lot, the zone for R75 requires requires one space for 25 square feet of the sanctuary. Now, it was just noted that the sanctuary is 5,000 square feet, which will require 200 parking spaces. It is my understanding that right now only 32 exist, so we're 168 parking spaces short. Now, this goes in direct opposition of the requirements of that statute. For example, there is no off-street parking available in our neighborhood. Our neighborhood does not have a median line. There's no sidewalks. It is a very narrow street. If two people park on off-street, you can't get by them. So if we have 5, 6, 7 people, and any two people who park simultaneously parallel on the street, we're not going to have ambulance being able to get there, police. It's endangering the citizens of the neighborhood as well as the church. Furthermore, I would like to argue about the access routes, and it's the exact same argument. We have a situation here where we're going to create a situation where we're going to have tons of traffic in a neighborhood that's not prepared for it, in a neighborhood that doesn't have stoplights coming into the neighborhood. And as a result, we're going to endanger the lives of the public. No one's going to be able to get through here during working hours. I mean, this is a fact. I had a neighbor last week have a party, and I had to go ask him to move a car so I could actually get out of the neighborhood because he's parking on the street. We're still friends. One of the other concerns is the noise violation. The building is a cement block building, and as such, it just screams everything inside will happen outside. And again, we're going to have noise violations. We're going to have calls to DeKalb-County. We're going to be, again, enforcing this. And the last thing I'd like to argue, again, this is in violation, direct violation of the code, and that's to look at the comprehensive plan. If you were to come down Brayburn Circle, where the church is located, it is a beautiful neighborhood. It's a gem in DeKalb County. And at a time where we have foreclosures and we have a lot of property issues in this county, this is a neighborhood that's really excelling. And what this is going to do is it's just going to slow it down. And right now, I could pull out this cell phone, which I've turned off. I could find at least 5 to 10 places where it's zoned properly for this organization to move in with proper thoroughfares, where it's going to enhance the community. And what we have here is a situation where we're not going to enhance the community of the DeKalb County stakeholders. We're actually going to endanger them, and we're going to drastically change the character of the neighborhood. One of the property owners directly beside this church has an autistic child, which he noted in detail the difficulties of crossing to Commissioner Johnson, which he gracefully came to the meeting yesterday, or excuse me, on Sunday. And I would like to look at the larger picture of how this is going to really better DeKalb County. This is a neighborhood of houses. We should be building houses, not parking lots. We should be encouraging the proper use of the zoning, not encouraging going against the zoning because of an economic interest. And when this comes down, when the dust settles, this is about someone getting the highest return out of their investment. And I would say that stakeholders of DeKalb County deserve better. And there are plenty of regulations which have stated under the code 27-190 and subsequently 27-873 that can allow you to vote against this rightfully without having to make any judgments. Now, and so I'd gracefully request the commission to deny the application. In the alternative, I request for a deferral until several issues are determined in regards to the parking, the traffic congestion that's going to cause, the potential endangerment of lives. And further, I'd like to argue that all code provisions under the DeKalb building and all the safety provisions, as well as all provisions of the Americans with Disabilities Act be applied to this. I'd like to reserve the remainder of my time for someone in my neighborhood, and I'd also like to reserve the remainder of my time for rebuttal, if there is any. Thank you, Commissioners.
Okay, thank you for your comments. How much time remains? All votes cast, please lock the machine. Motion carries. We move now to item 37 out of 42. And for that item, I'll pass the gavel to Commissioner Boyer.
Thank you, Commissioner.